Good morning. This is Steve Gladys, and it's Sunday morning. And I usually do a short video on Sundays. And today I wanted to talk about coaching because on Monday I'm going to be teaching 100 supervisors from TSA about coaching. And the main thing you want to remember about coaching is that it's all about asking questions and not giving answers. Most of us are quick to give advice. We want to tell people what we think because of our experience, and that's legitimate. On the other hand, giving advice takes away the option of the person involved in receiving the advice, rather than letting them reflect on what they might do based on their perspective, their history, their gravitas, their lack of gravitas. It's much better to help them think it through. And there are several areas that we cover when we do a formal presentation. There's really two that matter. Number one is asking questions about the problem itself, trying to determine what the problem is. You'd be surprised. Most people, when you ask them what's the problem, they start up here and they end up down here. I had one guy who came in and said his boss was a jerk, and by the time we finished, it was all about the assignments he was getting. He didn't feel like he was getting assignments that challenged him. So it had nothing to do with his boss's personality. It really had to do with the assignments he was getting. So thinking about the problem first, asking who, what, excuse me, why questions, mostly who, what, and how questions, to help the person think through the problem. And then as you talk it through, one question I always ask was, what do you want? You'll be surprised. Every time I ask that question, people stop, they look up and they wonder, what do I want? That's the question you want to ask yourself whenever you're in any situation that really matters to you, whether it's a phone conversation you're going to have with your boss or with a client. What do you want? If you don't know what you want, it's hard to get there. We ask clients that question all the time. And what happens is when they ponder it, is they typically come up with a couple of things that they really want. And then we ask them to formulate a plan to get to what they want. That's really coaching in kind of a nutshell. Finding out what the problem is, asking people what they really want, what are the possibilities, and then saying, hey, what's the next thing what's the first thing you're gonna do to get to that, that issue or that plan? So this is Steve Gladys, Sunday morning. Hope everybody's well, and we hope you'll join us and pass this video on to somebody who might enjoy it. Thanks very much, and hope to see you back here next Sunday. Take care.